Last year, me and my sister went to go see the amazing GR86 Cup Series held at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, to watch the GR86 Cup Car driven by Toni Breidinger. Check this out. Although there was a bunch of rain that kind of ruined the race itself, the experience of just being at a racetrack was incredible nonetheless. You get to meet the drivers, you get to see first-hand action in the pits, you could be in the Sky Tower. Oh, that was super cool, where you could view the entire track from just, I think it's like 20 or 30 stories up. It's cool. So everything about it was just blowing my mind to me, right? Where really, I hadn't gone to really many races in my lifetime. Now, the reason for this video is because I thought since the main line is coming out shortly in Case M, I'm gonna finally get around to making this car in Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5, for those that do not know, is a game that is exclusive to Xbox and PC, made by Playground Games. Now, the premise is that you are in charge of this festival, right? And so you are gaining more fans for your festival, and the way you do that is by doing a bunch of races. It's a fun time without, you know, the annoying FOMO. Gosh, have we learned nothing, games industry? But besides that annoying FOMO of seasonal challenges, and probably the worst character customizer in the history of gaming, we have the amazing world of Mexico, or it's Mexico, and 700 cars to play with. And that's why people love this game. The racing, it's a bit sim-cadey, and I wish they would just either choose arcade or sim, because really, sim-cade is kind of boring in my opinion, but with the right build it can be fun. And so with Forza releasing patches and cars every so often, August last year in 2023 actually brought us the exact car we need, the Toyota GR86 2022. Yes, finally, we can now build this awesome car in Forza Horizon 5 and put on its amazing livery as seen here. But first, we gotta modify the GR86 so that it becomes a GR Cup and not just some plain old stock. To do this, I'm going to the Gazoo Racing website for the GR Cup. It's going to list different components that are going to be what signifies its difference from the standard stock version, you know? It's the closest thing possible, right? Yeah, then we got to put the splitter on the front to make sure that it, you know, doesn't look as good because it's supposed to have a red strap instead of a red ring. But we'll take the red ring. I'm okay with the red ring. The rims look really cool, so let's try and match them as best we can. I find these Titan 7T S5s to work the best, and that's the ones I chose for this. Also adjusted a bit of the tire width and the tires themselves to make them look more, well, stylish and sporty. And although we didn't have the Continental tires as the real sponsor, we did use the Forza Horizon to keep the look of the tires the same. Essentially, I put all the racing stuff that you could put on it to make it to the top of the A-Class as best as possible. And I think they did a pretty good job, considering it handles really well around corners. It's really fun to drive, actually, with the setup I have on it. And although I didn't mess with any of the actual, like, hard tuning options, I think I did a pretty good job. So I did do my best on it. So I made this tune-up with 6.3 acceleration, 5.3 speed, 8.4 braking, 6.8 launch, 6.3 handling, and, well, 4.9 for off-road, but you don't really go off-road very much. And that's all under GRCup Car. You can search it, GR86 2022 Toyota GRCup Car. It's going to be JayCeeSquard as always, so hey, if you want to play that, you can play it now. Just use it. I've already done it for you, so that way you don't have to. So there it is, there it is. But what next? What else did I have to do, okay? So we also had to make the livery, right? The livery looks awesome. We got to use some Hot Wheels logos. We can't just do nothing, right? So I started with the easiest side first. The easiest side to me was the one that Toni actually has pictured with. It's a lot easier. The Hot Wheels logo goes around the fender of the car even on the back side. So on the driver's side, we started with that one, okay? And the real challenge here was that actually the Hot Wheels logo on this car is not any of the Hot Wheels logos that were in the shop. So we had to make our own Hot Wheels logo, funny enough. The Hot Wheels logo on this one is actually red and yellow. The red, we use the same red from the actual GRCup Series. It's on there. It's the actual red from that in order to match it a little bit better to make it look good. And the hard part really was there is no white outline. You can see a white outline on my Hot Wheels t-shirt, but there's no white outline on the actual car itself. Even though there's white outlines here on this, there's no white outlines on the actual car. So we wanted to make it as accurate as possible to the car itself. And, well, we had to make our own. So basically we took the Hot Wheels background logo and then we put the Hot Wheels text. Luckily there was someone that did the text and the logo separately, so thank you to the editors for that. And we put them together, we slapped them together, and with the help of Soul Skyline and crew, we made it look as nice as possible, basically. Now, for all the other little sponsors and stuff, luckily a lot of those were already found. Gear Wrench, Yahoo, Mobile One, all those logos were kind of already located within the editor, had already been done by other people. Even the GRCup one was already done. And so, and the Continental, like all of those, they were already done. Even Raising Cane's, which was a last minute addition to her car, was also already done. So I just slapped it on there. Didn't have to do anything to that, which was very nice, because if you know anything, it takes forever to do those types of things. Those are hundreds of layers, it feels like. So luckily, didn't have to do anything and just searched them up and yahoo! Sorry for my little pun. Now, the actual difficult bit was finding text. You see, there's a 70 on this car, and the 70 doesn't have any of the text from the actual, editor. So I had to make my own 7 and my own 0, which that wasn't too bad, I guess, but it was still annoying. And then also, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe this. There were no GRCup North America cars, so this actually has GRCup North America on the top banner, on little bits right here and here, and the AM logo. Oh my goodness, it was all so frustrating, and it took way longer than I felt like it should have, but that's why I was so grateful to the fact that Gear Wrench and OMP and all those other ones were already done for me, SRO. Literally, it takes forever to do a logo. Even text is just so simple, but it's so annoying. So to do all of this little stuff, I mean, it's not going in real time here, but this totally took me, I think, 4 hours to finish everything about the car. 4 or 5 hours, and that's like, most of it was already done. Like, the Hot Wheels logo mostly was already done. I didn't make a new Hot Wheels logo, I just put 2 Hot Wheels logos together. The GRCup logo is already done. The Yahoo, Gear Wrench, OMP, Mobile One, all those were already done. The problem was the actual sticker tag with the 70 and the North America and the Toni Breidinger, all of that wasn't done. So I had to do all of that myself. And the AM, doing AM America for America, North America. I was like, oh my goodness, this is getting so frustrating, and it took forever, but I think you'll agree that it was well worth the time spent, and it's all uploaded. I uploaded everything, okay? So luckily, you don't have to do this now. I've done it for you. And now with the whole one side on the driver's side done, which I think looks really good, by the way, we're just going to copy and paste most of that to the other side. Luckily, there's already a function that'll do that for us, and then we can just adjust the angles ourselves and flip each logo as needed. And it's way easier than trying to do both and like match both of them and the positionings of both of them. This was far easier, and in my opinion, I'm so glad I figured out beforehand that I just did one side and then copied it to the other, because otherwise I would have had a fit. Now, my computer was already 4 hours into a recording, so what I did was I had to stop recording for a bit, but I will show you some of the placements of where I put the Segra logo. I put it on the wing where it goes, on the side. Unfortunately, you can't place anything on the top of the wing, which is very disappointing because it's supposed to say Toyota Gazoo Racing on it, and I thought it would look really cool, so instead we opted to just put the Toyota Gazoo Racing under the wing on the body itself. which doesn't look as good, but at least we kept it sort of in the same placement. So that's why you're gonna see some few things, like the top can't say on the windshield Toyota Gazoo Racing GR80 Cup North America. Instead, I put it a little bit above the top, or on the back there's supposed to be Mobile 1 on the windshield, and I couldn't put it there, so I put it a little bit above on the body. So there are some give and takes here and there that I decided that I wanted to keep the essence still there, even though that you can't make it fully made in the engine, if that makes sense, because of the way that Forza Horizon 5's editor works. Now for the back of the car, it was pretty simple. Put another Hot Wheels logo, just the same as the front, just the same as on the hood of the car, which I didn't get to show, but I did do the, luckily there was already a Strata Systems logo, so didn't have to do that one. Thank you again to the Forza Horizon 5 people that have already done that. In the future, thank you so much, because otherwise I was going to be frustrated out of my mind, right? And then also the Mobile 1 logos, the Continental logos, those are all just already copy and paste that go right here and here. So those were able to get in, right? Those are pretty simple. The hardest part, I think, for the top was the like custom bodywork that you can't put in. Like, you can't put this into the editor, so you kind of had to paint it in, which doesn't look as good, but I wanted to do it anyway because otherwise it'd look weird without it, because of all where the Strata system goes between the between the hood locks and everything. I mean, it's supposed to fit there, I feel like. And last but not least, we did put a JayCeeSquard logo on the back of this car, just to, you know, give a little bit of a, hey, I did this. This was my first ever livery done in Forza Horizon 5 that I really took seriously. And I mean, really took seriously. I spent a long time on this one. Originally, I had even done a different hood piece because I thought, well, someone else already did something similar, and then I decided to go back and change it to make it more accurate to the actual car. So, again, this took forever. All the pieces that you need to create your own GR86 Cup Car are available by me, JayCeeSquard, and you can put them on your Cup Car because July 31st, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, I want to race it. I want to race y'all in Forza Horizon 5, so submit your GRCup submissions in my Discord channel, hashtag GRCup submissions. We're going to vote on them, and then we're going to see who is actually going to be racing. Me versus you guys. Get your car ready. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you think about this video? Are you excited for July 17th? Are you ready? Get ready if you're not. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Be there. Be squared. See you later, guys.